With my name on it, so when you can see it, it's hard when you hear it pronounced how it reads. John Verbeek, immigrant from the Netherlands. With 20 years in Portland. I just asked Mitch and his wife how long you guys were married. They were married 60 years yesterday. And I've been married twice as long as I have. You don't hear that often anymore. I'm running because when I became a citizen and on the ballot, there's always one name, one party. And one of the reasons I'm running is to get more balance in our legislature. So that there's more, not only more transparency, there's pretty transparent, there's corruption going on in a one-party state, but also accountability. Work across the aisle with two parties and address the challenges we face. Apart from bringing balance to the legislature, I also would like to work on the prosperity of all the citizens. Make sure that everybody has job opportunities. Keep the cost of government and the regulations low, so that all these thousands of unemployed and underemployed and homeless people, that they get to work and contribute to the prosperity of all. Very important. Also very important for the prosperity of our city is to invest in our infrastructure, the bridges, the roads. It's very hard to move around Portland. You find yourself on a parking lot at 2 p.m. in the middle of Highway 217. So we need to really, in a bipartisan way, avoid waste, spend money on a bridge, the consultant fees, no bridge. And so that's something else I'd like to work on. And the third item is education. Education, I think my opponent and I agree that Common Core, that's not an ideal system. Too much focus is on monitoring, very expensive government monitoring. The people in the district who need to make sure we are in compliance are extremely expensive. And I find that to educate kids, it's more than just multiple choice and monitoring. You have to find programs that they develop the skills that they have learned, extracurricular activities, that sort of thing. So education is more than just putting more money in it. And so those are the main areas I like to focus on. So with that, I'll open up for questions.
If those people with questions would like to line up or have a seat down here, that'd be great. And remember, you have about a minute to ask your question. And there will be 2-3 minutes, 2 minutes for a response. Please identify who you're asking the question for.
So I'm Karen Bolin, I'm president of the Aloha Business Association, and I would like to address John Verbeek. Could you speak a little bit about what your governmental experience is and what your experiences are that you think you can apply to your 3 goals?
Okay. My experience is in finance. Before I came to the US, I was corporate banking within Portland. That job doesn't exist here, so I've always been involved in finance, investments, life insurance, that type of thing. And I've always been also involved in the Republican Party. I was treasurer of the Washington County Republican Party. I was a delegate to the state Oregon Republican Party. I'm a PCP. So I'm involved, but I don't have government experience. But I understand what is very important to me is that government is not an enemy. You know, we have to work with government. We have to keep government effective and efficient. And that's not the case right now in Oregon. So if I can provide that balance in the legislature, be that extra vote, I think we can make Oregon a better functioning system.
Excuse me. Hello, my name is John Williams. I'm a member of the forum, and my question is for Representative Pinnock. So I'm kind of interested in healthcare and health care for everybody. So do you see that in the near future that we're going to have health care for everyone? Maybe like some people are enjoying Medicare for themselves and people older.
John, thank you for that question. When I entered the legislature, the uninsured rate in Oregon was 17%. It's now under 5%. As you know, I worked to try and put an initiative on the ballot to make health care a right of every Oregonian. We weren't able to get that. I've been trying to get it out of the House and the Senate for a referral. But the fact is, I don't think we're moving towards a single-payer healthcare system, but I think we are moving in that direction. It's always been my objective to make sure every Oregonian had access to health care, and I think we've moved a long way. Sometime between now and when I'm 100, I think we'll get close to it.
Thank you.
There'll still be work to do.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Aaron Holcomb. I'm a member. I'd like to ask a question to John. It's okay. You talked about prosperity and job creation. What are some ways that you think would be efficient ways to create jobs in Washington County?
The most important thing is to keep regulations low and taxes low. And then private businesses, entrepreneurs, they will become active. Oregon is there's a lot of women-owned businesses in Oregon. And we shouldn't make it so hard to hire an employee. Hiring an employee, that's a big liability. Healthcare premium, all kind of it. So you have to be careful creating all these burdens for small businesses, because I want a person who doesn't have a job, I want them to do something. Maybe not a job, it's not the finish line. They don't focus on the starting line, focus on the finish line. So I want to have a very low starting line. And I think a low minimum wage is actually good. It's you know, I don't wish anybody to work for a minimum wage, but I'd rather have you do something for a minimum wage than do nothing.
I'd like to comment on that, if I may. I'd like to point out that the Wall Street Journal picked Oregon's economy as the strongest economy in the United States. We have the unemployment rate at the lowest it's ever been. And I do not believe that a low minimum wage is effective. I think when a person works full-time, you ought to be able to be out of poverty. And I'm very proud to have voted to increase the minimum wage over the next few years in a rational way to allow people to go out of poverty who are working.
Steve Buckstein, forum member. I'd like to ask this of both of you, but the other candidates, when they come up, might want to answer it too. I know your election is the most important on the ballot, but I think a lot of people would say the second most important is Measure 97, which is